Welcome to Food Friends and Fun. I'm Bob Powell. This month we're featuring several scenes from our upcoming musical, which will be performed at the Performing Arts Center, Clubhouse 3. Barbara and I have been involved in Theater Guild and the Old Pros for about 8 years now. And we are proud to be co-writers, directors, and producers of the upcoming original show, Grandparents' Revenge, the musical.
Many of you may recall Love, Sex, and Laguna Woods Village, which is a hugely popular show here in Laguna Woods. And it was written and directed by Terry Fizet. Terry and her husband Don decided to split their time between Los Angeles and Laguna Woods when she was diagnosed with ALS. She wanted to spend more time with her daughter Rachel, her son-in-law Ronnie, and their two grandchildren Indira and Ashwin.
Terry turned her experience dealing with her own children, bringing up their children, to come up with a storyline. And back in April, I guess it was, when we were at their house, Terry said, I think I've got one more show left in me. So we've been working with Theater Guild ever since to make this show a reality.
Now, Terry has always been an inspiration to anyone who knows her. She's talented, she's energetic, she's just a wonderful, warm, marvelous person. Now, she was diagnosed with ALS, but this did not define Terry. She has gone on to keep that creative juice flowing and came up with this brilliant idea for a show based on her experiences with her grandchildren.
The premise of the show is that Peg and Jim, now grandparents, receive a phone call from their daughter informing them that she's inviting herself and her whole family over for 2 weeks. In addition, Ronnie's counterculture parents, Herb and Mary Jane Stoner, are also coming along. Well, Peg and Jim want nothing to do with this. They get a room at the Ayers Hotel for 2 weeks and they turn the condo over to the rest of the family.
But Millie has another idea. She decides to stow away in Peg's suitcase because she really wants to spend some time with her grandparents. And she does, along with their many friends here in Laguna Woods Village.
This show truly is a family affair. Yeah. Rachel and Ronnie, Terry's real daughter and son-in-law, are starring as Rachel and Ronnie. And their two kids are starring as Millie and Bobby, grandkids in the play.
That's right. Now, Indira is just a firecracker. She's was on Ken Goldenberg's This Day show and was just charming and loquacious and very energetic young lady. And she was quick to point out that she's actually 7, but she plays 6, so she has to play younger. Anyway, she's like the Energizer Bunny, and we're going to be cooking with her in a few minutes on the TV show, so stay tuned.
Remember, Grandparents' Revenge, the musical, is playing on February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. It's suitable for all ages, so bring your grandkids. Tickets are on sale now.
Yes.
So you better get cooking with Endura.
I will, but does anyone have some espresso?
When the party's getting a glow on, singing fills the air.
Happy New Year, Carol!
Yes, Happy New Year, Carol.
Yeah. So what are your New Year's resolutions this year, or do you have any?
Oh, I'm going to cook more for myself.
Anything else? Diet, exercise?
Sure.
Okay,
both
good.
diet and exercise, yeah.
Well, we have today, we're going to make something called zoodles. We've got oodles and oodles of zoodles. Now, zoodles are noodles made out of zucchini, and it's a really good way to cut down on carbs and calories and to add extra vegetables into your diet.
Extra vegetables, good for you.
Right. We're also going to do spaghetti squash, which, have you done that yet?
No spaghetti
Have you
squash.
heard of spaghetti squash?
No, not till today.
Not till today, okay. And then we're also going to make lasagna cupcakes. These are little individual cupcakes, sort of, made with wonton noodles, and they're layered like lasagna. So if you want to control your portion sizes, when you make a big lasagna, sometimes it's hard to stop eating after one square. So you can make these and freeze these and then use them later on.
Oh, what a great idea.
Warm them up. Now, zoodles are really fun and really super popular, and they're so easy to make that even a kid can make them. And we happen to have a kid right here. Where did she come from?
kid.
This is Indira, also known as Millie, and she's starring with us in the Theater Guild production of Grandparents' Revenge, the musical. So we've asked her to come and help us make zoodles and lasagna, cupcakes, and spaghetti squash today. So Indira, why don't you show the people how to make the zoodles with this little zoodle maker? And
Could I say something?
yes, what would you like to say, my dear?
So you have to push really hard, otherwise they don't go long.
And you have to hold it close to the bowl.
So you twist it in this special zoodle maker,
And you hold it close to the bowl.
and you push hard as you twist it.
Yes, you do. And she's getting pretty good at this. It's kind of a little, she's 7 years old. So it takes just a little bit of muscle to do this. But she's doing a pretty good job. Here you can see they look like spaghetti noodles. Yeah, and we call them zoodles. So why don't you let Carol finish doing that batch for you. And then I'm going to show you a whole plate of zoodles that we've already done at home. Now we're going to cook these in our skillet. We're going to put a little bit of olive oil, and you can put it in garlic or whatever you like. And we're going to cook these up. And
Could I put them in?
oh, and Indira wants to put them in, so go ahead, put them in, sweetie. Okay, and then you want to stir them around a little bit. Okay, okay. You okay? You want to go stir them around? Okay, so we're going to do that. Now, while she's doing that, it's going to start sizzling in a bit. I want
Can I
to
use the difference?
this one? Okay, you can use that one. So I want to explain to you a little bit about spaghetti squash. And we did this at home. I don't know if you can see. Well, we've got a little bit confused here. Okay, so this is a spaghetti squash, which you may have seen in the store. And they're really super, super hard to cut in half. So what you need to do, if you're going to make spaghetti squash, is you pierce it with a fork.
Pierce it with a fork.
And then you put it in the microwave. You cook it for about 4 minutes until it gets soft enough to cut. Then once it gets soft enough to cut, you're going to put it in a little Pyrex dish. And this is what it looks like with all the gooey stuff in it. And then you,
Watch your zoodle fin.
okay, and then you're going to cook it in the microwave for about five minutes at a time. I think we did one yesterday, remember, girls, and it exploded and there was,
Oh yeah, so you have to cook them, but if they explode, you have to take them out and then fix them.
you have to fix them, yeah. So, Carol, I'm going to go ahead and have you, unless you want to do it,
I
Indira. Okay, Indira's going to
These
do it
zoodles
with a
are
fork.
start to sizzling.
I know. Here, why don't you show them how to string the spaghetti squash, and I'll go ahead and finish cooking this.
So,
We got a lot going on
dig-
today in the kitchen.
so you dig in with the fork,
Yeah.
Okay.
like to get them,
Okay.
and then you scoop it in to a pail.
Or you can actually, honey, you can actually use the fork like this as well, and scrape it. Yes.
That's a speedier
See
way
that?
to do it, isn't
Okay,
it?
you want to try doing that, hon?
Sure.
Cooking in the kitchen with
Speedier.
children.
Yeah.
Because
So
it's so easy, even a kid could do it.
Even a kid could do it. So yesterday, Carol and Indira and I made these, and we put spaghetti sauce on the spaghetti squash noodles, and we put spaghetti sauce on the zoodles noodles. And Carol liked the spaghetti squash noodles. Is that correct?
I did because it has a different texture and a sweeter flavor.
And I thought the zoodles were super good.
Yeah, nice and green for you. But we're eating from the rainbow, which is always a great thing to do.
Eating from the rainbow, you say?
Yes.
What does that mean?
Well, it's a great way to get lots of different types of nutrients. They recommend eating from the
rainbow.
The rainbow. The carrots are orange,
Tomatoes are red,
tomatoes are red.
bananas are yellow, and
Yep.
squash is yellow.
Yes,
Zucchinis are green.
that's right. And avocados are green. And what are avocados, Carol?
Oh, they are healthy and good fat. Yes, my fave.
That's her favorite. Okay. So we're going to put this on a plate, and then we're going to...
Those are oodles and oodles of zoodles.
Absolutely. So we're going to put these in here, and then we're going to throw the spaghetti squash. You've got to be really careful with spaghetti squash when you take it out of the microwave because it's super, super hot.
So we're doing it this way because it's different, because it doesn't get hot, because you grind it up there first, put it, and then you put it in the hot thing.
Because we cooled it first. That's right. You got to wait till it's nice and cool or you'll burn your hands. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to start making our lasagna cupcakes, okay?
So you have to take this pan,
Yeah, take the pan.
shake it, and then you just
Spray it. Spray
9.
It. Yeah, we're going to do 9. And we're going to put wonton noodles. Now these are really a nice product. They're non-GMO, they're vegan, there's no MSG or trans fat. And they are made out of wheat. So if you're gluten sensitive, this is not the product for you. But there's only 4 grams of carbs in these. Boy, I should have cut that a lot better, huh? I know.
Yeah.
Kind of silly. All right. Ugh. So, anyway, I'm going to pull some of these out. And Indira,
We
you
only
want...
need 9.
I know. So why don't you go ahead and put those in like you did the other day. Show us your stuff, girly girl.
So you take 1 wonton wrapper,
Yep.
you put it over the cup like this,
Yes.
and then you push down, and then it's a little outside of lasagna cupcake.
Right.
So I'm gonna keep doing that for 3, and then Carol's gonna do a row of 3, and then Barbara is.
Now, you can cut them to fit, but we kind of like the way with the ends poking up. It looks really rustic. We kind of thought that was kind of a nice look.
Rustic food.
Rustic food. Another New Year's resolution. More
Yes, more
rustic food. So now we're going to heat up the
Here,
ground.
Barbara, you have to put your
You know,
wonton
can you do mine for me, sweetie?
Sure.
While I do this? Good job. She's an amazing little helper and a great actress and singer and gymnast, and we've just been having a lot of fun.
So these are 9 wontons.
Right.
9 wontons.
So now we're gonna have to add the meat.
We're going to put the meat in.
And
Yes.
that's the meat. Barbara, tell us how to make it.
Okay. Well, we're going to layer it. We're going to put in the meat, and then we're going to put in ricotta cheese, and then we're going to put in mozzarella, and we're going to put Parmesan in the ones that Indira doesn't eat.
But
'cause
that's your choice if you want to put Parmesan.
that's correct. And these can be made vegan as well or vegetarian. Do you want to go ahead and start doing that, sweetie?
Sure.
Okay. You got a spoon here?
But we don't have a lot of meat.
We got a lot of meat. We're just kind of running short a little bit on the ricotta. We made too many yesterday. And I forgot to go to the store. Silly grandma. You want to use a spoon, sweetie? It might be easier. Yeah?
Okay.
Okay, there you go. So now I'm going to add a little more spaghetti sauce to this. Now, earlier on our
Carol,
very
I'll give
first
you-
show, we talked about making ground beef and onions in all the different ways that you can cook ground beef and onions. What were some of the things that we made, Carol, that we talked about?
Oh, we made tacos.
Tacos,
We made burritos.
burritos,
We made spaghetti.
we made spaghetti.
And we made my very, very favorite SOS.
Yes. Oh,
Psalms.
gosh. We haven't made that yet on the show, Carol. Are you so disappointed?
I am so disappointed.
Well, since your New Year's resolution is to cook more,
Uh-huh.
maybe you can, she is my next door neighbor, as you all know. Maybe you can come over and make some SOS for Bob and me.
I could do that.
Bob's father was in the Navy, so he absolutely knows what SOS is.
Oh, well then. I'll
Yeah.
be glad to do that.
We're going to hold you to that, girl.
Okay.
Okay.
I got it.
So this is just another way. Now again, if you want to use ground turkey, if you don't eat meat, or if you want to eat a vegan substitute, meat substitute, you can do these as well. And you're a little out of luck if you don't eat gluten. I was thinking about trying it with eggplant but eggplant's really not in season right now. I don't think it would hold up and be firm like we need it to be, but that might be something you can try at home.
Okay.
Okay, so we need to put that on.
Now we're gonna get just little scoops of this.
Yep, little.
Okay, let's go real quick, ladies. We're running out of time.
Come on, we're running out of time.
Fast, fast. Yeah.
Little scoops, scoop, scoop.
So I'm going to put some of the sauce on here for the
Yeah.
girls to try.
We already tried it yesterday.
I know, but you haven't tried it in front of the TV camera yet. And
Oh no!
Oh,
okay, so there you go. So this is zucchini noodles, spaghetti squash noodles. Then we have our little lasagna cupcakes,
we
and
go.
you're going to bake those at 375 for about 15 minutes. And you can serve it
Sprinkling cheese.
like this. Excuse me, thought I had this already done. And it's healthy and it's convenient. You can freeze these, you can reheat them. And it's a portion control, it's very tasty.
Bring the bowl over.
There you go. So that is it for us today.
Ta-da!
And
Can finish cooking.
you can, I'm going to go ahead and do a crosshand here and just throw some Parmesan on these.
Oh, don't throw it on mine.
Except for on yours. Okay.
Yeah, that's how to make it
Okay,
without.
here we go. It can be a little neater if you're not cooking with someone who's 7, but it's a lot of fun and tasty. And we hope you enjoyed our show today. And come see Millie in our show in February. Grandparents
You
Revenge
put it
Musical.
on mine.
I know.
Happy
Thank you.
New Year.
Happy New Year.
Here's a sneak preview from our upcoming show, Grandparents Revenge, the musical. Ernestine, one of our fan favorites on Food Friends and Fun, will be giving us her take on football.
Hello, Phoenicia. Are you ready for the Super Bowl? What do you mean you don't know what that is? Everybody's heard of the Super Bowl. That's when everybody in the United States eats guacamole and chips and drinks beer. Oh, you're right, Phoenicia. They do that at Cinco de Mayo, too. Anyway, my ex-boyfriend Killer took me to my first football game a couple of weeks ago. We had great seats. We sat right behind the team's bench on the 50-yard line. Whatever that is. Anyway, after the game, Killer asked me if I liked it. I said I liked it, you know, tight pants and big muscles. But honestly, Phoenicia, I just don't understand why they're all killing themselves over 25 cents. What do I mean? Well, they flipped a coin and one team got it, and then for the rest of the game, all they kept screaming was, "Get the quarterback! Get the quarterback!" I'm like, hello, it's only 25 cents.
David Bridges, always a fan favorite as well, with his beautiful vocal stylings, will be singing a song, I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter. This prompts Indira to say, what's a letter?
I'm going to sit right down and write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock me off of my feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom, and I'll be glad I got 'em. I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better. And close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. I'm gonna make believe it came from you. The band, the rest of them, they aren't around. We got it. I'm just writing to you, baby. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock you off of your feet. A lot of kisses on the bottom, and I'll be glad I got them. I'm gonna smile and say, I hope you're feeling better. And close with love the way you do. I'm gonna sit right down and write myself a letter. I'm gonna make believe it came. Oh yeah, make believe it came. I'm gonna make believe it came from you.
Hi, my name is Beth Perrick, and I'm chairperson of the Thrive Project. The mission of our Thrive Project is to capture moments of living here in the village. Our vision is to inspire quality of life in every chapter of our lives. If you're interested in participating and becoming a part of the Thrive Project, please check out channelthrive.com.
Artie Rosenstein and David Seiler will appear in several skits in our show. In this scene, David Seiler, the doctor, examines Artie Rosenstein, the patient.
Holy cow, Mr. Edwards! I must say you're in the greatest shape for a 60-year-old I've ever examined.
Did I say I was 60?
Why, no. Did I read your chart wrong?
Damn right you did. I'm 85.
85? Unbelievable. Well, you'd be in great shape for 30.
Well, thank you.
How old was your father when he died?
Did I say he was dead?
You mean he's not dead?
Hell no. He's 106 and still going strong.
My Lord, what a healthy family you must come from. How long did your grandfather live?
Did I say he was dead?
You can't mean.
He's 126 and he's getting married next week.
126 years old? Gee, but Mr. Edwards, I wouldn't think a man would want to get married at that age.
Did I say he wanted to get married?
Wow, that Mr. Edwards sure is healthy.
He must live a healthy lifestyle.
He must.
Wow.
Well, it's New Year's, and I bet a lot of you are thinking about New Year's resolutions and living a healthy lifestyle. Well, we have some tips for you for this year, and we thought we'd point out some of them to you. So a lot of people, and maybe you're one of them, think, oh, I'm going to be healthy, I'm going to eat better, I'm going to exercise, I'm going to lose a lot of weight. Well, how do you get there? Well, Bob and I believe in baby steps to get to goals.
We call it the 80-20 rule.
Right. You can't be perfect. You're going to be as well as you can in the situations. Now, in other shows, we've talked about eating organic from the Dirty Dozen foods. And if it's from the Clean 17, you don't really have to spend money on the organics. This is all on our website, foodfriendsfunshow.com. And you can go there, and if you need a refresher course on those, I know I always do, please go to our website. Now, with respect to grass-fed beef and free-range chicken and free-range eggs, kind of similar. Do the best you can within your budget, but frankly, we think you're worth it, like L'Oreal said.
You are worth it.
Thanks, honey. And so, baby steps. We have 3 tips for you today. The first one is with respect to water. And we say, like Nike, just drink it. Bob and I use osmosis, reverse osmosis.
Yeah, we've got a reverse osmosis. We've had reverse osmosis for 20 years in the various houses we've lived in. And while they're expensive up front, maybe a couple $100, think about the money you spend each week on bottled water.
Right, as well as the environmental footprint of those recycled bottles. So with respect to water, just drink it. Now this sounds kind of maybe a little crass. How much water do you need? Well, if your urine looks like apple juice, then you're not getting enough water. Okay, that's tip number 1. So just drink the water. Now tip number 2 is sleep. Now sleep is our secret weapon, isn't it, Bob? And we did a segment on that earlier in the year. Can you tell the folks what some sleep hacks might be?
Well, a no-brainer is don't drink coffee after 2 o'clock.
That's right.
Sleep in a dark room.
Yep.
Melatonin is a good sleep aid.
That is.
Yeah.
And we have those all on our website as well, foodfriendsfunshow.com. Now, the third thing is be mindful when you eat. What do we mean by that? Well, most people eat really fast and on the go. It's grab, gobble, and go. And this is not optimal for losing weight or having a healthy lifestyle. Now, how did we get this way? Maybe our parents told us not to talk at the table, just jam the food down your throat. And Bob, you were mentioning something about school the other day.
When I was in school, we would devour our lunch as fast as possible so we could get out to the playground.
Yeah, to play.
You know.
Right. And nobody drank water because you had to line up at the water fountain. Nobody had bottled water.
Right.
And then you had to raise your hand and ask the teacher to go to the restroom. So these are things we have to overcome as adults. So anyway, be eating in a more relaxed state, not like Fred Flintstone being chased by the saber-toothed tiger. Tiber's
Same
a
thing.
river. Anyway, if you eat in a stressed state, all the energy goes to your arms and legs and not to your stomach, so you don't digest properly, and it can lead to gaining weight, spiking cortisol, and all that terrible stuff. So those are the little tips that we have for you today. I do have a little ebook called Win Big by Thinking Small, and you can get that on our website, foodfriendsfunshow.com, actually foodfriendsfunshow@gmail.com, and we'll go ahead and email that to you as an ebook. It's a free download for you. So we hope you enjoyed our little tips. And
All of this is just common sense.
But as President Lincoln said, common sense is just not that common. Okay, thank you.
Adapt to It believes that you should be able to do the activities at home that are important to you. Being safe and independent in bathing and mobility will make you feel happy and self-sufficient. Let the professionals at Adapt to It assist you to choose the perfect items to help you live the beautiful life you deserve. Adapt to It delivers, bills Medicare, and many of our products are made here in the USA. When you can't change it, adapt to it.
Well, that's our show for this month.
Thank you so much for watching. I want to thank our very special guests, Ernestine Sue Brown, David Bridges, our beautiful singer, and then we have Dr. David Seiler, and the 126-year-old man. I also want to thank Carol Coleman, my cooking assistant, and Indira Roy, my other cooking assistant.
And don't forget, come see our play, Grandparents' Revenge, the musical.
The musical.
February 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
7 o'clock Friday and Saturday night, and 1 o'clock on Sunday. Time is moved up because of the Super Bowl. And remember, the cast range in age from 5 to 90 years of age, so it's suitable for grandchildren, so bring them along. All right, thanks again. Bye-bye.
Party's getting a glow on, singing fills the air, cool of the evening. Tell 'em I'll be there in the cool of the evening. Better save a chair when the party's getting a glow on, singing fills